the vest is aluminum, not tin, which matters because tin doesn't do anything. It never did. People just say tin. Oh, that's live. Okay. The missile leaves the launcher in Iran, and somewhere on a base in Jordan, a soldier is counting on a metal tube on a shelf to answer it. Tonight, how many of those tubes are actually left, and who kept telling you the shelf was full?
Then, sweethearts, the best telescopes on Earth are all pointed at one little dot in the sky, and every scientist looking at it is quietly backing away from the keyboard. It's not a star. It's not a planet. They will not tell you what it is, because they don't know.
Somebody bolted wheels onto a 100-pound cooler at sunrise, and I need this whole household to sit down before I explain what that cooler did.
I'm Blaze. Kiki beside me, Aubrey Joe down in the garage, Sloan holding the desk. It's the 24th, a Friday. 6 broadcasts left on the board, and this is broadcast 404 live. Roll it. Strong language, adult themes, and satire. Plus the word interceptor, which I want to flag means the one thing built to stop the other thing. And tonight, we're short on it, so we open heavy. Stay close. It gets lighter, I promise. There's a snake-brained cooler in a pond coming. Okay, plainly, what happened? Because this one's bad, and I don't want it fuzzy. Last night, Iran fired missiles at American military bases. One in Jordan, one in Iraq. Soldiers. Ours. Sitting on bases in someone else's country. The war that's been simmering since that June deal fell apart is now hitting us directly. And this morning, the president said any further attack gets, quote, a massive response. And here's the part they buried at the bottom. We're running low on interceptors, the missiles that shoot down the incoming missiles. We are burning through them faster than we can build them. So somewhere on that base, there's a guy with a clipboard going, okay, this incoming one, worth it. This other one? We'll see. And we'll see is a 20-year-old from Ohio hoping real hard. 2 years, they told us the stockpile was deep. Nobody would dare. One bad night, we open the closet, and it's like a mom the day before payday. The kids are on the base, the closet's empty, and nobody who said it was full is on that base. That's the story. Kids on a base, an empty closet, and grown men who swore the closet was full. Aubrey Joe, please.
Yeah, I heard it. Give me a second to unhear it, because I got nothing funny to say about a 20-year-old from Ohio yet.
Take the second. Go.
Okay, Tony Romo. Arrested in Milwaukee, suspicion of operating under the influence. The best colored guy in football, and his booth partner tonight is a goddamn breathalyzer. Buddy, you called 2 Super Bowls. You cannot call your own Uber? And Pagachar? Alp d'Huez, 21 switchbacks. And this lunatic just danced up the whole goddamn mountain like it owed him money. That's not cycling. That's a man punishing gravity personally. Absolute animal. Hold up, sister. Massa group text, actually, says our cousin's dog ate a full pound of butter and is, quote, fine but greasy. Massa good for the dog, honestly. Anyway, local. Vayshell VFW, that dead loading dock out back. Inaugural cooler push derby. 2 teams shove a 100-pound ice cooler across the dock. First to the wall wins, and don't quote me, half this shit is a Facebook group, but I believe it in my soul. Derek. Still in the neck brace from the goat, don't ask. Anchored his team and duct-taped wheels to the bottom of his cooler at dawn. Illegal as hell. Genius. Margaret didn't even show, by the way. 2 towns over at some quilt thing. No clue Derek's built a whole rivalry in his head. No clue she's the record he's chasing. He's chasing a ghost. Whistle blows! Derek's cooler rockets out. Wheels perfect, crowd of like 9 people. Losing their shit, and he did the one thing you don't do when you invent wheels. He forgot brakes. He built a getaway car for 100 pounds of ice and pointed it at the one part of this dock where nobody thought to put up a wall. Straight into the retention pond. Gone. Just fucking gone. Rest can't roll it because the cooler's underwater and the lid's got the score sheet taped to it. No result. No winner. Everybody packed up and drove home to feed the greasy dog, probably. Derek's standing at the water's edge watching bubbles come up like the pond's got notes. Absolute ass clown, and I mean that with love.
The wheels worked perfectly. Derek built a cooler that could do 15 miles an hour into a pond nobody warned him about.
Oh, I love him, though. A man who nails the hard part and drives off the easy one. And Margaret's not even in the same county. He's chasing a record held by a woman who forgot he exists.
She's at a quilt table 2 towns over, Kiki. She'll never know. That's gonna cost me nothing to think about for the rest of my life.
Okay, I need this one bad after that. Astronomers found something out in space. A real object. They can see it. And it does not match any category they have. Not a star, not a planet, not a comet. So the official scientific position is, we'll get back to you.
A team of astrophysicists pointed the most expensive instruments on Earth at it and filed the same report I file when a package shows up I didn't order.
They found a thing and just went, nope, not dealing with that today. That's the whole universe leaving a post-it that says, not it.
And I love that, honey. Somewhere, a scientist who studied the sky for 30 years looked at it and got to say, I have no idea. Nobody gets to say that anymore. He's the luckiest man alive. So it's out there right now, spinning around, unlabeled, refusing to be sorted. Good for it. Blaze, honey, you'd know. Go see if it's over your house.
Hey, there's one wind today, and it's doing the whole country at once. New York, 37 miles an hour. Chicago, 33. Los Angeles, 33. 3 cities, 3 time zones. Same number, same afternoon. Look at the map. That's not 3 winds. That's one thing with its hand on all of it, and it's carrying smoke. Walla Walla's at 84 in a haze off the fires. Ada, Oklahoma, sitting in 88 and can't see the end of the street. Phoenix, 108, bone dry. Holstead, though, nothing. Not a leaf on the fountain. The one block the wind skips, and I owe you page 4. I said I'd read past it in one sitting. So I did. I read the next sentence in my grandfather's log tonight. It says, same as before, they logged the count, not the names. That's the whole sentence. He wrote it about the sky, which is the same rhythm as something I caught today. A congressman walks out of a 2-hour Pentagon meeting on UAPs and announces there's a deep state plot burying the truth. And here's the pattern. Every one of these, somebody sees the object, and somebody else decides whether it gets written down. Off a Navy deck, in a classified room. In my grandfather's log, same wind. Different hand on the pen. Forecast, southwest dangerous through the weekend. Smoke up north. That one wind coast to coast into tomorrow. And Holstead, still, still, still. Back to you.
You've been quiet all night, and then you read a 60-year-old sentence about a count and no names. It's sitting on you. I can see it.
I'm fine. I got the sentence I said I'd get. It's just pointing somewhere I didn't expect. Forward, not back.
Then you let it point till tomorrow, sweetie, and come sit where the lights are warm. We've only got so many nights left to sit at all.
loose end from the top of the show, the interceptor thing. I kept pulling on it. And here's what actually resupplies the closet. Nothing fast. You can't rush a missile that stops a missile. Lead times counted in years. So, massive response is a promise made out of a stockpile that's already spoken for.
So the plan is to spend a thing faster than it can be replaced and threaten with what's left. That's not a defense budget. That's a man opening his wallet slower and slower and hoping the check clears.
And back on Earth, that cooler is still in the retention pond. Nobody's fishing it out. The score sheet's down there taped to the lid, decomposing. There, Rick built the fastest cooler in the county and drowned the only proof it worked.
Oh, and my loose end, I started writing thank you notes.
To subscribers.
To people who haven't subscribed yet, sweetie. Manifesting. Also, I have their names. All of them. It's a very neat list. Mailbag, sweethearts. And this is the good part, so let me do it right. 63 of you subscribed since Monday. That's real. Renzi, Big John Boy 570, Misunderstood University, Murad Miha, Alicia, Wulon Nurhayati. You are all in the book now, in pen.
63? We went from 47 to 110? That's not a bump, that's a goddamn stampede. Keep going, we need 404. I will fight one of you at the venue of your choosing. I mean that lovingly.
So drop us a comment on any video, my darlings. I read every single one, and I keep a little list of the kind ones. You want to be on that list. Now, if there's nothing else...
Every Friday, like clockwork.
Hi, yeah. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Okay, so, this missing missiles thing. If we're out of the ones that stop the missiles, can't we just, throw stuff at them? Duct tape a bunch of stuff together?
Sir, the Pentagon budget is $800 billion. Duct tape is a line item. I've checked.
See, that's what I'm saying. I got a whole roll in the truck. Anyway, y'all have a good weekend.
He always has a good weekend, that man. Comment below, sweethearts. You could be next week's phone call, if we get one.
I'm calling my sister the second I hit the parking lot, before I take my shoes off. If I sit down first, it's over. I know myself.
You've been saying the second I get home for 2 weeks. The parking lot is new.
The parking lot's a commitment, Sloan. Shoes on, she picks up. Done.
Sweethearts, it's Friday, and I want you to do one small thing for me this weekend. Set a bowl out for somebody. Doesn't matter who yet. Somebody will fit it. They always do. See you Monday.
I've got the date. It hasn't moved in 11 nights. Monday, I stop calling it a splinter and start calling it a deadline. And I'll tell you which one it is. Night.
Shoes on, parking lot, sister picks up. That's the whole plan, and I'm gonna nail it. Or drown a cooler trying. Have a good one, you gorgeous idiots. 6 to go.
We're low on the things that stop the things, and the plan is to yell louder. That's Friday. Subscribe. Apparently the lights here cost money, and apparently I work here. Like it too. I'm told it funds my crossword habit, which I will not discuss. Good night.
I keep saying I'll get the 2 lamps. Read on the counter every night, 'cause the one bulb's wrong. The log's the same way. 1 light, that angle. I keep reading it anyway. Monday.